CompTIA A Core 2 Complete Training Course. Exam Objective 2.6 Given a scenario, implement procedures for basic small office, home office, malware removal. Malware Removal Steps. When it comes to malware removal, having a structured process is extremely important. Think of it like solving a mystery. First, you investigate the clues, isolate the problem, clean up the damage, and finally put safeguards in place to help prevent the issue from happening again. Jumping randomly from one step to another can make the situation worse, so following a consistent process helps ensure nothing important gets missed. For this exam objective, CompTIA breaks the malware removal process into 10 distinct steps. And trust me, CompTIA absolutely loves asking questions about these steps and their order on the exam. Especially step number 2, quarantine. So are you ready to walk through the 10 steps to successful malware removal? Great, let's get to it. Step 1 is to investigate and verify malware symptoms. This is where you put on your detective hat and look for signs that malware may be present. Symptoms might include unusual pop-ups, system slowdowns, unauthorized changes to settings, browser redirects, disabled security tools, or strange network activity. Of course, not every issue automatically means malware. Sometimes a failed update or hardware problem can cause similar symptoms. The goal here is to verify whether malware is actually responsible before moving forward with remediation. Once malware has been confirmed, step 2 is to quarantine the infected system. Quarantining involves isolating the affected device from the network to prevent the malware from spreading to other systems or communicating with external attackers. This usually means disconnecting the system from Wi-Fi, unplugging the Ethernet cable, or disabling network access entirely. Think of it like placing the infected system into isolation while you prepare for cleanup. If the infection appears severe enough, powering the system off completely may also be appropriate until remediation can begin. Step 3 is to disable System Restore in Windows. This step is specific to Windows operating systems because System Restore is a Windows recovery feature that creates restore points, containing system settings and configuration information. While System Restore is normally helpful, malware can accidentally become stored inside these restore points. If System Restore remains enabled during cleanup, Windows could later restore the malware along with the system files. This would be like deep cleaning your entire room only to press a magic button that dumps all the trash back onto the floor. Disabling System Restore temporarily helps ensure the infection is not unintentionally reintroduced later. Step 4 is to remediate the infected system. Remediation is the actual process of removing the malware and repairing any damage it caused. Depending on the situation, this could involve deleting malicious files, removing suspicious programs, repairing corrupted settings, or using specialized malware removal tools. The exact remediation steps vary depending on the type and severity of the infection. Once remediation begins, step 5 is to update anti-malware software. Security software is only effective if it recognizes the latest threats. Malware definitions and detection engines must be updated before running scans so the software can identify the newest malware variants. Running outdated anti-malware software against modern threats is a bit like using a 10-year-old wanted poster to identify today's criminals. Step 6 focuses on scanning and removal techniques. One common approach is booting into safe mode, which loads only essential Windows services and prevents much of the malware from automatically running. Another option is using a pre-installation environment, which allows technicians to scan and repair the system outside the normal operating system. These approaches can make stubborn malware much easier to remove because the malicious processes are not actively running during the cleanup. Unfortunately, some infections are so severe that cleanup is no longer reliable. That brings us to step 7, reimage or reinstall. In some situations, particularly with rootkits, boot sector malware, or heavily compromised systems, the safest solution is to completely reinstall the operating system or restore the system from a known clean image. While this is generally considered a last resort, it provides the highest level of confidence that the malware has been fully removed. After the system has been cleaned, step 8 is to schedule scans and run updates. Automated scans help continuously check for future threats, while regular operating system and software updates patch security vulnerabilities attackers may try to exploit. This step shifts the focus from cleanup to long-term prevention. Step 9 is to re-enable System Restore in Windows and create a new restore point. Like the earlier step involving System Restore, this step is specific to Windows operating systems. Once the system is confirmed clean, System Restore can safely be turned back on. Creating a fresh restore point gives the user a clean recovery snapshot to fall back on in the future if problems occur again. Finally, step 10 is to educate the end user. Even the best security tools cannot fully protect users who constantly click suspicious links, download unknown software, or ignore warning signs. Teaching users about phishing attacks, suspicious attachments, risky websites, strong passwords, and safe browsing habits helps reduce the likelihood of future infections. In many cases, a few minutes of user education can prevent hours of future malware cleanup. If there is one thing worth memorizing from this topic, it is the order of these malware removal steps. CompTIA frequently tests not only the steps themselves, but also understanding why they occur in a specific sequence. By following this process in the correct order, technicians can safely contain malware, remove infections effectively, restore system stability, and help prevent future compromises. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more great content.